Leadership often calls for confidence and decisiveness. However, through my own experiences, I've learned that true leadership is never complete without humility. Striking the golden mean, balancing strength with a willingness to learn, creates the most effective and principled leaders. Throughout my time in the military and beyond, I've often reflected on the balance between leadership and humility. One of my most memorable lessons came during my deployment in Iraq in 2003, when I was preparing for the promotion board to move from E4 to E5. My friend G stood before the panel, and they asked him a current events question. "Who is the President of Mexico?" Without hesitation, G answered, "Jose Cuervo," the name of a famous tequila brand. The room erupted in laughter, and even the sergeant major was amused. When asked if he was sure, G stood by his answer and actually earned the points for his confidence. This moment taught me about the importance of decisiveness. In the Army, we were trained when becoming leaders that if you don't know the answer, it's acceptable to say, "I don't know, but I'll find out." But if you do give an answer, you must stand by it, be wrong and strong. This approach was meant to instill decisiveness, showing that confidence can sometimes matter as much as accuracy. However, as valuable as decisiveness is, I've also come to understand the equal importance of humility. While G's confidence was admirable, it's also crucial to recognize when we are wrong and to be willing to correct ourselves. This is where humility comes in. The Army's values, leadership, emphasize integrity and respect, which require us to admit when we're wrong and to learn from our mistakes. This balance of confidence and humility is what creates a truly effective leader. The ultimate example of this balance is found in Jesus Christ. Jesus was perfect, but his perfection wasn't just about never making mistakes. It was about his constant reliance on his Father's wisdom. Even though he had the capability to rely on himself, he chose not to. This dependence on his Father ensured that he never made a wrong decision. For those of us who look to Jesus as a model, it's easy to admire his decisiveness and strive to be confident like him. But we must also remember that we are not perfect. We often ask, what would Jesus do? And the answer is clear. While Jesus never needed to apologize because he was never wrong, he would still model humility. For us, that means not just leading with confidence, but also being willing to admit our mistakes and learn from them. In that way, we find the true balance of leadership and humility. Leadership at its core is about finding the golden mean between confidence and humility. This means being decisive while also remaining open to correction. It's about leading with strength, but always embracing humility. When we balance these qualities, we become more than just leaders. We become leaders who inspire trust and foster growth in those who follow us. Striving for this balance isn't just an ideal, it's the path to becoming a more effective and compassionate leader. True leadership is not about being flawless, but about embracing both strength and humility. It means having the confidence to make tough decisions and the humility to admit when you're wrong. In every arena, whether commanding a team or reflecting alone, we learn from our imperfections and look to higher examples for guidance. The best leaders consistently balance conviction with humility. This balance is not weakness, it's the essence of wisdom. Here, in this golden mean, real leadership thrives